Pause your scrolling to maybe steal a quiet corner because Demi Moore just delivered a photo moment that hums with unmistakable.com from the very first glance. If you know her as the boundary-pushing star who made cool intensity a signature, get ready to see a version that steps beyond red carpet, ritual and lands squarely in effortless command. Stick with me to the end. You'll catch the subtle choices that make this drop feel bigger than a single picture. For years, Demi's public image has thrived on precision, silhouettes that read like architecture, interviews that glide without strain, and a style vocabulary where discipline does the talking. She's the actor who turns stillness into voltage, the producer who backs stories with muscle, and the wellness minimalist who treats routine like a craft. We all know the icon at full wattage. This post feels like the person behind it, closer, warmer at the edges, absolutely in her lane. The hero frame lands outdoors as late-day light turns to honey. Demi stands at a terrace rail with a softened skyline washing into watercolor behind her. She's in a deep onyx slip with a clean carved neckline and a graphite blazer sliced to perfection. Structure, overflow, intention over excess. The cut skims the waist, relaxes just below the hip, and finishes with that quiet, expensive movement you only get when fabric and fit are in conversation. Hair falls long and glossy down her back, parted with surgical neatness. Makeup leans luminous glass skin glow, a touch of liner that keeps the gaze steady, and a muted plum lip that anchors the palette. The sun handles the rest, shimmer along the cheekbone, a whisper of light at the collar considered without feeling arranged. The comments arrive like an opening night ovation. Minimal look, maximum presence. This made me love my own lines. Elegance is a decision. Within minutes, the thread becomes a full-blown style clinic. Why near black tones photograph richer than true black? How a sharp shoulder reigns in satin, and why posture tells the story before product can. Sure, a few fans ask about the next project, but the chorus belongs to the raves. Underneath the chatter is the verdict that always wins. Presence outclasses spectacle every time. Why does one image land this hard? Because it challenges the quiet rule that women, especially those who've led for decades, should shrink their silhouettes to keep the serious label. Demi refuses the bargain. She pairs discipline with drift, letting authority and allure collaborate instead of compete. The message threaded through the pixels is simple: when you're anchored, the frame follows your lead. Look closer at the styling and the quiet math starts to sing. Onyx in natural light drinks the scene and bounces warmth back into skin. The blazer's crisp shoulder adds lift. The relaxed body keeps the look from reading rigid. A clean neckline draws a single vertical, lengthening without trying. Jewelry stays whisper thin, fine hoops, a delicate chain, maybe a slim cuff that catches light and disappears again. Nails stay neutral, so the eye reads silhouette and glow, not distraction. Nothing shouts. Everything supports. Composition is doing stealth work too. The terrace rail guides the gaze. The background blur adds air. A well-timed breeze writes a ribbon of motion into hair and hem. The lens sits a breath low to lend lift without tipping into pedestal mode. Shoulders down, chin level, hands easy, no performative. Half turn, no busy fingers. You read poise first, outfit second, caption last. That order is the trick. Thanks for staying to the end. If Demi's new photo spoke to you, tap, like, drop your favorite detail in the comments. Blazer line, onyx glow. That golden hour, hush, and subscribe so you don't miss our next spotlight on real confidence and refined style. Your silhouette, your story, celebrate both.